Good morning, museum friends! My name is Diana, and welcome to Diana Does Museums. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Let's talk about museum hack. There should be a logo here. There's only one thing I love more than museums, and that's meeting people who love museums just as much as I do. And that's what Museum Hack is. The company was founded by Nick Gray, who used to take his friends through the halls of the Met and tell them about his favorite pieces. So we started Museum Hack to continue that, extending the tours to anyone who was willing to come along. Now they offer tours at the Met and the AM&H. So you know what I did? I did both, because I'm obsessed. So here are my 6 things that rule about Museum Hack. 1. The tour guides are personable and funny. The guides are people who love museums from every walk of life. They aren't experts and don't pretend to be. They have a lot of information about the museum, its history, and the objects, and are just so damn excited to have people who they can share that knowledge with. They want you to learn, but they want you to have fun as well. By the end of the tour, they're your buds, and so is everyone else on the tour. 2. They tell you stories that museum tour guides would never be able to. Do you ever find yourself frustrated by the 2 sentences on wall labels next to objects? Do you ever find yourself wondering how on earth these things got to the museum? Do you ever want to know the juicy gossip museums try to keep close to the chest? Do you want to hear a story about a badass dude with his fist down a leopard's throat? The best part about Museum Hack is, they found all these stories for you. They tell you about those who died on expeditions to collect objects, the story behind the Met's first acquisition, and all the creepy and enticing and otherworldly stories behind what the museum has. It's stuff you'd never hear from a tour guide employed by the museum. 3. The tours are intimate. At the start of every tour, the guides introduce themselves and have everyone tell the group a little bit about themselves. From this, the guide can figure out what each group likes and tailor the tour to touch upon people's interests. Are you a musician? Let's take a walk through the amazing and sometimes bizarre instruments at the Met. Is your favorite animal the T-Rex? Let's learn all about them and their tiny arms at AM&H. There's pretty much never more than 8 people on a tour. This way, you don't feel like a giant mass of humans following around a man with a paddle in the air. You feel like a tight-knit group, brought together to learn about and love the museum. 4. You don't have to go to the gym anymore because you literally just walk the entire museum at a brisk pace. Okay, it's not the entire museum, but believe me, it's a lot. Most people at museums amble on by objects going at a leisurely pace, but not Museum Hack tours. There's a ton of walking, and even though you whiz by a lot of objects, it feels like you're seeing so much more of the museum. That's because when you stop, there's a whirlwind of information coming your way, and then you're off again. Best part is, the museum experience isn't over when the tour is. Did you walk by something you really wanted to learn more about? The tour is 2 hours, so after it's done, go back and find it. 5. They encourage you to learn about the museum and its objects in fun and interactive ways. Who says the tour guides get to do all the talking? On every tour, the guides take time to stop and say, "Now it's your turn." You take selfies, you make up stories, you tell the others what you learned about your dinosaur, you plan your break-in into the museum, or which piece of gold you'd wear to a party. The activities give everyone the chance to share their voice and opinion and sense of humor. And they even give out prizes sometimes. 6. They make museums exciting, social, and interactive, even for people who think they don't like museums. Museum Hack turns a tour into an experience with friends new and old. You even get these sweet little mementos from every tour. They want you to have fun in museums. Exactly what I want. So if you're looking for a great time in New York City, look no further. You can visit Museum Hack's website by clicking here. You can learn about the company, read their blog, and even book your tour there. Thanks for coming on the Museum Hack tours with me, and I'll see you at the museums.